Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. It might have been just a little bit since the last time I actually played this, to the point where I'm recording this the night before that this video would be released. And no, it is not because, partially it is because of the overwhelmingly negative feelings I have about this dungeon. And honestly, I feel bad about that. I needed to look into this dungeon a little bit more off camera in order to fully understand what it is and what it is I'm supposed to be doing with it. I'm nearly halfway through the dungeon and it is completely optional. The fact that I actually have gotten to this point is just the slightest bit of a miracle, because some of the monsters that I had been fighting while I was here, like the flame blights, these things were level 6, the smaller versions are level 2. I believe, let's see, was it the Zarups? Yeah, the Zarup champions were 5. The priests were 3. The skirmishers, all that fun stuff. The Drake though? Like the big one? Yeah, that was level 6. Reminder, my party is only having now just reached level 6. So that is entirely on me. But then there's other ones where it's like, this mofo, this bastard, this, I want to say that was the boss of the previous floor, is level 9. I shouldn't have won that. Easy difficulty, sure. Or story difficulty, sure. And then there's the vampire. Just one of these is level 8. Yeah. I need to leave because I actually went and tested our strength against I think there were like 2 or 3 vampires over here. Off camera, I went over here and was all like, I wonder what this is all about. And then my state that you see here is the state I was in after dealing with that one vampire. So, as much as the call to finish up this dungeon is very strong with me, and like every fiber of my being says, no, push through, the odds are very much stacked against me. It doesn't help that I've kind of just, in full honesty, been fumbling through the adventure this entire time so far. I will not deny that. I am Mr. Lost Spirit. Yes, those are words you were saying. Sunkova Kasta Danatom Soxtel Tonem Elonius Moru Balak. I feel like I'm gonna summon something from the Necronomicon here. Okay, bye. I wanna say what I wanna do is I gotta come back. I simply gotta come back when I'm higher level. That's the long and skinny of it. I should not have really been able to defeat the elemental creatures I had at the bottom, top to the bottom, top. I stop at the chord. I've forgotten in the middle of my thoughts. And I should not have been able to fight those guys. Still, I would have hated to finish the previous floor with, oh, here's this wall. You're not able to get past it any further. Alright, that's the master staircase, so let's go. Yeah. Man, I'm so glad that I'm gonna jinx myself when I say this. I'm so glad that the pathfinding is a lot better than many other games that were stylized like this. Oh, the Zarup corpses are gone. But yeah, as a reminder, the Zarups were making sacrifices by tossing them down from the pit on the 3rd level, I want to say, down to this point. Was it the 3rd level? 2nd level. They were tossing people from the 2nd level. Takes 3 hours to complete our journey from the endless paths of Aldnua level 5 to Cadnua. Whew. Keep that in mind. It's like, anytime there's like, oh, here's an adventure that's a mega dungeon, you gotta remember, you're spending days down in a mega dungeon setting for like any tabletop RPG. Months. Years if you're looking at the world's largest dungeon. Alright.
Bit to slick your breeches, scholar lad.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. I said nothing.
What? Alof, what? There's always a part of me in these games that isn't that interested in the companions that you get. And I always think to myself, man, I really should just make an entire set of allies or just custom, just so as I can get through the game.
That old watcher. I don't know what I expected, but it sure wasn't that.
Oh yeah, it was pointed out that Idir is also Mercer. It's just that I think Aloth has a little bit more visible personality. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. You said you had some things you wanted to ask him.
Nah, it's kind of embarrassing now. I just got a dumb idea in my head is all. Don't know why I thought it'd work. It's funny. That's probably the first thing I got my hopes up for in, I don't know, years. At least I got that out of it.
No need to be embarrassed. I won't judge.
All right. Yes, fair is fair, and you did bring me to see him. Those rumors back in Guilded Vale about my brother, Woden, about how he turned against us and fought for Whitewind, been on my mind for some time now. The thing about Woden was, he always knew what was right, and that's what he'd do. One day he set out to fight for Deerwood against a man claiming to be our god. So I knew that's what I had to do too. He was right. Hearing claims that he died fighting for Ray at Ceres, that got me worried. Not that he'd chosen the wrong side, but that I had. Didn't seem right what Whitewind had in store, but if he really was Aethys, I thought, maybe this old Watcher would know how my brother died. So I could see if it was true. Like he could, I don't know, read it in my soul or something. Use our connection. Told you it was dumb.
I mean, I don't think that's necessarily how it works, but I don't think it quite works that way.
Of course, I knew the truth deep down. A Watcher's not psychic. I think I just had this idea, and the idea made me feel a certain way, and I didn't want to lose that.
Fair enough. Really, if I wanted to find out about my brother, I shouldn't be starting with Watchers. I should be starting with records. So, why don't you? Idir thinks a moment, his lips twisted to one side. He raises an eyebrow. If there was anything written down about it, they'd have it in Defiance Bay. They got an archive at the palace.
You've done a lot for me already, but if you could see fit to pay that archive a visit with me, well, you know. Knowing my luck, the records clerk will go crazy and try to kill me. I'd feel better with you in there with me.
Hey, that's some experience. No level ups from it. Damn. Alright, other Mercer character, what is it? Allah seems lost in thought. He flinches when you draw near, sucking a sharp breath through his teeth.
What can I do for you?
You've been acting strange.
A crumbling castle, abandoned to memories, and an old man who can no longer tell them from reality. I'd say we've seen some rather strange things. And if Meowald is to be believed, it would seem you've an uncertain future ahead.
See, here's the thing, too. His past lives was his past lives. He was like an entirely different person at that point. So, like, I can't fault someone for something they did in their past life just because, oh, you were reincarnated as someone else. that always seems unfair. That is something that is beyond your control unless you want to go try to punch a god in the face about it. Nah. Honestly, there's no point in speculating now.
Perhaps Defiance Bay holds the answers we need.
I want to discuss something else. How may I be of service? Tell me about Adir. He looks at you in surprise. Forgotten your homeland already? No mind, matters here have certainly kept you occupied. I've been gone for more than a year now, but I suspect that I'll always think of the forests and fields of Adir as home. We've thousands of years of history and tradition behind us, and there's a sense of dignity and responsibility that comes with it. Of course, there's baggage as well. Our imperial past is still fresh in the minds of many, as you may have noticed here. Has it been difficult to adjust to Direwood? People here are informal, hot-blooded. His mouth twists into a wry smirk, more attentive to insult than into duty, but as long as one avoids provocation, it's easy enough to get along. I've gotten accustomed enough to keeping my thoughts to myself, anyways. How long were you in the Guilded Vale? Not much longer than you. As you saw, it was hardly the haven that it had been advertised. And he's going to tell me to go to... Merwald urged you to seek out this letting key agents in Defiance Bay, yes? If his condition is any warning, we should find them with all haste. I probably missed some sort of important dialogue there.
Sure.
Anyways, let's talk to the statue. My lord, there is a matter I'm hesitant to bring up for its possible insignificance, but as the master of this place, I feel you should be informed of all happenings in the surrounding lands. There has been word on the roads lately of a robed man with a burning staff who's been harassing travelers near Magren's Fork. What is it he wants? I do not know, my lord. He merely insults passerby or threatens them. He is most likely a madman. I do kind of like the idea of going and doing in a madman. First though, dungeons, barracks. Darn it. I'm gonna lie, I was kind of hoping that I was going to be able to see what treasures we have. And this place is still in ruins. I think our best bet is... I want to go and get myself some proper rest, like. The kind of rest that will give me bonuses. So I think that's what I'm going to do first before I try to seek out this individual. Assuming, of course, that I can. Well, this is the world map, right? Like, I'm half certain that this is the way... Yeah, this is the way I came into this place in the first place. Alright, we're gonna drop a quick save just in case something happens along the way back to the Guilded Vale. I do really hope that there's no... what's the word I'm looking for? Consequences to taking my sweet ass pimp time. Like, okay, I can understand it in a lot of games. But like, if my past life is coming back to bite me in the ass, and I decide to spend an extra day resting because, oh hey, I need it, I'm gonna be a little bit salty. Not too salty, just a little bit.
Hail and well met.
Alright. One room, please. I am loaded. Let's go... Actually, wait. Do you happen to have any... Oh, right. What? I'm loaded. I get a bunch of books that I read already. trap. I should sell shit. One moment. So, as a quick point of reference, I'm buying like 4 of these. Actually, wait, how much are the... I'm buying like 4 of these for a total of like 200 something gold or copper, I guess. And all of the weapons and all the armor I know I'm not using 100% brings me up to nearly 3,000 copper. I know I could sell some of this other random crud. I'm not gonna deal with the fine leather. Let's go ahead and break that 3,000 gap. Money. And now this lady is just overloaded with all the arbalists, crossbows, hunting bows, all that fun stuff. Ha 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 ha. Anyways, let's go ahead and have ourselves a Firewood's Pride. Just sod it. We deserve the rest. Especially after that freaking dungeon. Holy shit. That was a good dungeon, don't get me wrong. I think the area where I should have realized that there was a nice big wall forming should have probably been with the dragon. Alright. You know, I know it's still raining, but I swear it's still... I swear that this place is, a little bit better for everything. Hi! You're the one who murdered Lord Raedric on behalf of that cretinous traitor. I'm sure you understand your request for housing and land is completely out of my hands now. Actually, no, it's really not. Oh, good, they removed all the bodies from the tree. Because how dare they, you know, deal with people respectfully. There's a child.
What's this?
Oh, hello. I wasn't even in sneaky mode. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, that's another backer one. Hey, kid. Closed up. Just climb up on the big stones. Such a waste of a building, too. I don't know, the more I think on this temple having been knocked down because, ooh, it belonged to this other deity, the more I'm thinking like, man, old regime sucked. God, how many days has it been that I've actually spent down there? Because you gotta keep in mind, and on top of my just traveling through the place, I was also resting. And resting takes at least an additional day. Oh, maybe we can see about something with the blacksmith. You know, I'm also realizing the blacksmith probably would have given me some, well, maybe not, I'm not sure. I was gonna say, maybe the blacksmith could have given me better deals on all the weapons and armor I traded over to him, but I say. What was the black? Oh, of course. The one with the big anvil on the front of it. So if I did have one relative complaint about this game thus far, always good to see a friendly face. Yeah, if I had one actual complaint about this game so far, it's mostly just that in the search of useful information, all the Patreon backer NPCs gets a little overwhelming. It's like, are you helpful? No. Are you helpful? No. Are you helpful? No. Rapiers, white hammer. And your rings of any good? +5 deflection, +5 to all the things. Damage reduction, slashing, and piercing. That's actually pretty good. +15 defense when disengaging. Oh yeah, bronze horn figurine. Though tarnished and lusterless in its remarkable age, the intricate inscriptions and texturing still discernible on the horn surface, along with the artifact's obvious longevity, suggest an object of expert craftsmanship, workmanship even. Yeah, no. Once per rest. I'm gonna do something probably stupid. I'm gonna purchase it. Because I mostly just want to see what it is that this thing does in the first place. It's one of those things I gotta put on the hotbar. Must be in combat to use that. 5,000 versus what the actual value of 8,000. Ooh. Ooh.
Hail, traveler.
Hi. That will always grind my gears. Oh, I understand like a 20%, even 50%, maybe 100% upsell. That's more than like 500%, sir. Did I not do you a solid? Only usable by Paladin. Oh, 8 deflection +5 to all defenses. It's a crying shame that my Paladin's a two-hander. And you don't have any random ingredients, although I will buy your camping supplies. Because yes. Oh. I already have as many as I can have. Okay. It's fine. Not making me paranoid about that in the slightest. I don't know what you're talking about. Blunting belt, though. I'm gonna grab that and give that to Liliana. Probably the not protection, the deflection as well. She gets freaking mauled when it comes to physical, in-your-face combat, which is terrible because that's where I place her, because that's where she is good. Oh, she's already got a blunting belt. Well, have some more protection. Who doesn't have a belt? You don't have a blunting belt. Yeah, damage reduction, which is... That's so many grimoires. I really hope that... I know I probably should be all like, oh, what am I actually using versus... all that fun stuff. Actually, I did want to see whether or not I can... enchant further. What do you already got? Crushing Lash. Right, so it's doing an additional... How much is this justice doing? Crush damage. So it does slash, pierce, and crush. That's actually a little insane. Might be why it's actually somewhat good against a whole lot of other enemies. What is this? Sky Dragon's Eyes. Sapphires. What is this? Krakens. I need 2 eyes of a Kraken to get legendary. I guess that makes sense. Okay, kiss. And then they kiss. This is +5 against humans. Just all the races. Otherwise, this is like Wilders, Undead, Spirits, Primordials? Beasts. I kind of want to do Beasts. Let's do beasts. Because dragons are beasts, and I need myself a good old dragon slaying sword. Maybe later on down the line I can remove it or improve it from that. But anyways. The saber you have in hand is better than the saber here, right? Yeah. Secondary damage. I kind of want to go with corrosive. Okay, I gotta look up something. I just want to see whether or not the secondary damage is converting the damage, or if it's more damage that becomes that kind of damage. So it's like, oh, it's doing 25% more damage that is considered corrode. So give me a second to look into this. Okay. What I have found is just that it adds to the damage. So it's not converting, it's just saying, hey, for a game that is all about numbers and all that fun stuff, sometimes it's really hard to find what these numbers actually do. Like, I would love it if the 25% corrosive damage is reflected in the damage I see right here. Or hell, even right here, because, yeah, okay, I see the sharp, I see the fine, I see the might. I don't see the corrosive. Just that added little information would be swell. And certainly make me a little bit less worried about everything. Liana, do I have you specifying particular weapons? Backstab, defending assault, two weapons style. I don't think I do have you specifying any particular weapons, which is fine because I think that this Gone Share and Fine Club might be a better mix than the Whispers of Yenwood in Oidrect? Oidrect. Although the draining property on Oidrect is so nice. What else can I do with this Fine Club? Can't make it better. I could slap a different thing onto it. But I think I might also go with, from what the quick research had also said, corrosive is one of the least resisted types of damage. That could be vastly wrong. Gotta hope it's not vastly wrong. Aw, man. What do I need? Pilgrim's Crown? Where can I get Pilgrim's Crown? Or Vithrak Brain and rubies. You know what? Let's focus on the Pilgrim's Crown first. Sir, would you happen to have any Pilgrim's Crown? Picking supplies. Is this? I find it a little bit amusing. I can retrain my character here. I don't know why. Arlen, apprentice. Sure. Actually, apprentice. I think Dustin over in the Fire Spores might have an edge on him. Scandalous. I'm trying to think. If I could just purchase some of the materials to make shit fine, then I would definitely want to do that. Oh cool, it does show the corrosiveness on the sword. Oh yeah, well, that's not supposed to happen. I'm gonna go ahead and save and call an episode here. When we return, I'm going to have figured out that last little bit of yes, and wonder why the hell it suddenly dropped to 720p in this window. Weird. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you're all enjoying this series as much as I'm loving playing it. And as always, I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.